Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean, and I'm back. And welcome to the first episode of King Bean's Court, hosted by yours truly, the one and only King Bean. What's up, everybody? And today's topic, what I want to talk to you guys about, is working for someone else. That's right, working for someone else. It does suck, and I spoke about this in one of my previous videos. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It should be down there. I'm not putting it in the description or anything. So anyway, why I'm on this topic is because of last week when I was at work and I had to put in some extra hours at work, which I really wasn't happy about, but hey, I'm a team player, so I'm going to be at work. I was sitting there talking to some of my customers, and all of us going through the same thing. Although it's different jobs, we're all going through the same thing. So that's why I was sitting here thinking like, God, man, it really does suck working for somebody else. It just does. It really does suck for working for somebody else. I mean, when I get up in the morning, get ready to go to work, sometimes I put in 8-10 hours a day, sometimes a little bit more than that. Every once in a while, I get a little break and don't have to do that, but I have to, being a manager, I'm the leader of my center, so I have to be there often. So when I get to work, and sometimes when I get to work, I feel like, I really don't want to be here. Sometimes physically I feel sick. And I know that's nothing but mental stress, because when I get off work and it's time for me to leave, I'm happy and my body feels better and I feel rejuvenated to a certain point. But then when I say to a certain point, a lot of times I'm worn out by the time when I get home. So I don't have time to spend, it's like I don't want to spend time with my family or my friends. And it's hard to have a personal life or away from work, because when you put those 10-12 hours in throughout the day, that's at work. That's not counting when you get up and being up all day and by the time you go to bed. So by the time when I get up and go to bed, the last thing on my mind is work. The first thing is on my mind is work. And mentally that drains me. I don't like that. I know everybody's saying, well, go ahead and change careers, but what's that really going to solve? I mean, I guess it could solve. Don't get it wrong, for the right amount of money and the right benefits package, the right situation. Yeah, I do it. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, I just hate just having to work for somebody else and making them rich when I could be doing things to make myself rich. So anyway, one of the things what I want to tell you guys about was like some of the Jedi mind tricks that upper management uses. Now, I ain't trying to diss my boss. My boss, he's actually really cool. He does whatever he can to help you, but his hands, he only can go so far. His hands can get tied by his bosses. So he got bosses over him. So, but one of the things that did filter down to us, they was telling us this one time in a meeting about a year or so ago. They were saying, hey, run this business like it's your business. Like, run this business like it's your business. I'm like, this is not my business, because I don't own it. This is not something that I own, because number one, I didn't put the money down or going in and trying to accept the risk that my company's taking. So really, I don't feel the loss. I mean, you can feel the loss technically if you're underperforming, of course, losing a job or whatever, or if you're overperforming, you got opportunities for promotion and you have opportunities for bonuses. But again, you don't own it. It's not yours. You still not, no matter what you say, you're not going to run it like you own it, because if you owned it, you'll treat it like your baby, and it's your pet. It's the thing that you love to do. For an example, I love playing Xbox. Okay, I spend my money on my Xbox gaming. That's why I got this recording equipment, because I want to make videos and do things like this. And to me, it's not a burden on me. So I can sit here and play it for 10-12 hours, don't even think nothing about it. I know you're saying, well, that's a video game, not work. But still, what I'm saying is, you're just looking at it as an example. Anything that you love, you don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's there because you enjoy it. There's people who love gardening. They go gardening all the time. They'll do that. They'll be in their garden all the time. And it's not, they might be backbreaking work, but they love doing it, so they don't mind making that sacrifice for it. So anyway, another point that I wanted to make was that your personal time is limited. Like for myself, again, like I said before, my personal time is limited. I like my personal time. I really do. I love my personal time to do whatever I want to do, not to be obligated with having to do anything. Do it if I want to do it. That's what I like. I like to be able to do stuff like that. But when you have a job, you don't have that real quote-unquote personal time unless you're some kind of crap worker. Then you just don't show up to work or whatever. But and somebody else is help taking care of you. But when you're taking care of yourself, you don't have that luxury, because your job tells you what time to go to bed, what time to get up, what time you can get off, whatever. That's what a job does. Now, if you have your own, if you're your own entrepreneur and you have your own things, you can kind of do whatever you want to do, because you get paid based on the work that you do for yourself. So it's up to you if you want to work or not. That's on you. I guess you could say that same thing about being an employee, but it's a little bit different, because you can be a business owner and never show up to work and still get paid because you have residual income. But that's a whole other issue there going into business. So another question I had to ask is, why aren't there more entrepreneurs out there in the world? Well, especially in the United States. I mean, there's a lot. I guess there is a lot, but in my area, I don't see them. Now, I see where other people have come in from other countries, and these guys are nice people. I mean, they own, it's like 5 or 6 of them that own convenience stores in this little small town where I live at. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, these guys are from other countries. And I talk to these guys, they've been all over, some of them have been all over the world and all over the United States, but they come into our communities and they own the businesses where we shop at as citizens. And I'm not knocking them, I'm not saying they're not citizens, but as citizens of the town who grew up in this town, especially where I live at. But they own the convenience stores. I go to the next town over in Jacksonville, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. They come over, people coming over from different countries, and they own the gas stations and all these things like that. But I don't see our people doing that. And when I say our people, I mean just people in the United States. And also, I must be full disclosure that I am black too. I like to see more black owners everywhere. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you about it, because my consumer base, when I say I am including myself, we're more of a consumer than owners. We buy a lot of things. A lot of stuff that my people buy kind of set the trends for everything else. So we're more consumers than business owners. So I would like to change that paradigm. I mean, I ain't trying to change it for everybody else. I'm trying to actually just change it for me, personally. That's what I want to do, and I want to see more entrepreneurs. I guess I need to find me a group of entrepreneurs so I can learn more. I am reading books. I've been reading books for years, and right now I've just been scared, to be honest with you, to try my own. So I've kind of dumped my toes into this YouTube thing, so to speak, and I'm going to try to see how that goes, because I am going to get my business license for this. Now, I don't know if it'll take off, but hey, I want to at least try it. At least to say, hey, at least once in my life, I try to own my own business. So I also want to know, why do our schools only teach us to be employees? They never teach you about being business owners. You can be a business owner. If you sit there and you think about it. Now, I'm not talking about college, and I'm not talking about private schools, but for the most schools or public schools, they all teach us the same thing, man. Just, you go to school, get a job. I mean, you go to school, get a job. Go to college, get a job. Go somewhere, get a job. They never say, hey, create a job. Create a job. Some of the most powerful people in the world, they do have education, and some of them have college education, but some of the richest people in the world never even finished college. Some of them even never finished high school. And yet they have the business acumen to know how to make money off of everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you just don't want to just do it just to make money, which, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. But it seems like they have a lot more freedom and then do a lot of things. And it doesn't seem like they work, but they work extremely hard. They work really hard to try to create a lifestyle for themselves that they want to live. And that's the kind of thing that I want. That's what I want, personally. So I can have free time, have enough money where I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't need to be super rich personally, and I've said that plenty of times, but I want to have money where, basically, like Dr. Boyce Watkins said, it's F you money. You have that kind of money, say F you money, where you can walk off your job and say F you, I'll be okay. That's what I need. And that's why it's been weighing on my mind a lot, especially last weekend. Because last week was a pretty tough week at work, and again, it's not fun being at work. I guess y'all say working is supposed to be fun, but my job used to not be like that. My job actually used to be very enjoyable to come to work, but now things are changing, and I guess a lot of people, wherever you work at, if you're listening to this, if you are working, you understand what I'm saying. I know you do. I know you have to understand exactly what I mean by it. So, because for most companies, enough is never enough. So, no matter how good you do, the next year you got to do better. That's the goal of everything. If they don't see you growing, then there's a problem. There's a problem. So, also, again, like I said earlier, we go to work, we learn these skills and get these talents, and we just get in there and make other people rich. You know, that's what we do. That's what we do, and we can probably use that same talent to make our own self rich or make ourselves more well off. Also, there's no such thing as job security. There's never been no such thing as job security, especially now. You know, back in the day, they kind of had, I guess it depends on what kind of job you had. They used to have pensions and all that stuff for you, but you couldn't get it until you're 60, 65. I mean, yeah, that's pretty old to be able to get your money so you don't have to worry about things, you know? And I don't want to be like that either, you know? So, anyway, in closing, what I want to get to is this. Not everyone is cut out to be to own their own business. You know, it's not built. Not everybody's meant to be a CEO. It's not everybody's meant to build a mega business. Not everybody's meant for that. But not trying seems to be just as bad. At least try to see if you can do it. If not, I mean, that's cool. That don't mean that anybody's a failure if you don't try it. But I think that's a more better option than to actually have to work and depend on a company to sit there to take care of you when you can have your own business and you can take care of yourself and probably have more free time and more leisure time. But again, not everybody's built to own their own business. It's just like not everybody's built to be a leader. That's just not how it is. Some people, you have to have chiefs and you have to have Indians. You know, lack of a better term, you have to have that. But if you think that's something that you want to do, I encourage anybody to go out there and try it, because I'm going to try it. And even if I fail or if I succeed, at least I can say that I believe, to quote Whitney, no matter what they take from me, it can't take away my dignity. Anyway, I'm about to close it out, but I want to leave y'all with this quote of the day. It's an old quote, cliche, if I must say myself. It is, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Me personally, I am tired of eating fish. I am really tired of eating fish, so I want to go out there and catch me some fish. So anyway, I want to leave this message to the young people. If you are listening, you can become an entrepreneur. You can do it. I believe in you. So thanks for watching. I love you guys. Shout out to the new subscriber. It's your boy King Bean. Holla back. I love you. Peace.